Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Joe's Garage. So, I really wanted to start this video series out with me kind of going over all the small details of tuning my Subaru here. Tuning with the Cobb Access Tuner software. With the recent changes they made, you gotta pay for the software, or pay for the classes to get the software. I didn't actually jump on the bandwagon when it was free before, but that's alright. That gave me some insight and some knowledge on how to tune the car a little bit better, and at least a better starting path. Although the community is always going to have more information. This has helped me get there. So I'll do a quick introduction of the STi, kind of figure out, or let you guys know what's going on with the car, what I've done to it, why I'm at the point of doing this, tuning myself, and just to give you an overall rundown of what we got going on. So I bought the car in February of 2015, so I haven't had it too long. And it was fine. I had it for about 6 to 8 months, and it was running decent. It was running okay. I did notice from the dealer I bought it from in Tampa, they said that the car came from a guy and it was partially modified, that he returned it back to stock. Not a problem, makes sense. Most people do that. Well, the problem is, I guess he heavily modified the car, and all the parts weren't quite stock, so they weren't ready for stock tune. And who knows what tune was left on it, if he unmarried his access port or whatever happened. But about 6 months down the road, I got used to the car. I was ready to really go out and enjoy it. And, you know, what happens with most things when they're not tuned right? You blow the engine. So after a few weeks of figuring out what was going on, while the car wasn't running right, I took it out to get some data logs, and I blew a piston head. I had to figure out what to do next. I just decided that, putting a new engine in there would have been the best option for me. So that's what I did. One of the local shops here, I'll put their information down below, took care of it, built the engine. Currently right now I got about 10,000 miles on the engine, no issues, no problems, so I'm happy with the work that they did. No issues there. So I had it replaced, I had a new short block put in, had the heads redone completely, checked, balanced, measured, all the valve train replaced and stuff for the valves inside, and that's good to go. So it's a few small upgrades after that. We put the CP pistons, I believe. I can double check on that. Forged pistons, just to help against the ring lend issue, and the higher compression and whatnot that we're running on the car, or the higher horsepower we're putting on the car. Let's see. Go down the list, tell you what I was added. We got an ACT HD clutch. I think it's like a stage 2 clutch, something like that. We got a light and flywheel from I think ACT light and flywheel. Kind of wish I didn't go with that option, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit harder to drive sometimes because the RPMs drop so fast. So when you're shifting in low RPMs and stuff, you have to, you gotta sometimes double clutch a little bit, or you'll have some chatter from the clutch itself. Not a big deal. I think I can tune that out. That's what I was reading online. So we'll see what happens there. Give me speed, boost control solenoid, pretty standard upgrade there. Full exhaust system, Q300. Let's see, we got a bunch of gauges up here. I had no intake because there's no reason to upgrade the intake right now. It just does plenty besides add noise. And yeah, that's it. I mean, besides the smaller parts, those are the big parts that we have in there. So as far as tuning goes, I had a few reasons why I've chosen to go this path and do the tuning myself. Basically, I've had it dyno tuned by some local people here 3 times so far. And it's not that I'm not happy with the way they're tuning. And, disclaimer, it may have been partly my fault because I work and I have to drop the car off. They tune it, I come pick it up, and we're done. I would like to relay some information to them to kind of get a better idea of how to tune the car. So partly that's how that works, but either way, the tunes aren't coming out the way I want. There's too much knock. The power band's not where I want it to be. They're tuning for high-end power where I drive in the city mostly, so I want that quick acceleration, things like that. Plus, once I got comfortable with the car and comfortable with the situation, I like to do things myself. With my home, I do the same thing. I like to fix and repair the things myself. So this will be a series where I go over the whole process of doing it. I'm gonna try to document as much as I can for myself and for everybody else who wants to go or is thinking about doing this pathway. And it's feasible. Just a lot of learning, a lot of reading, and it can be done. So I hope that covers the basics of information. I will get more that tuning started today. I'll report back and let you know what happened, how much changes were there. But this is, I hope to be a good series. I hope this works out. I hope this people can learn from what I'm going through. If I make mistakes, people can learn from them. And if you have anything that I'm doing wrong, maybe that you guys know better, better ways I can improve on doing the tuning process, just tips and tricks, that would be grateful. I won't say no to that. I'm always open to that information. But I'm gonna get on the road. I'm gonna get that low compensation straightened out so that we can get on to actual making power. Take care.